afternoon. A health union has demanded an independent inquiry following claims that hygiene conditions at some of London's hospitals are appalling. A health expert who carried out an investigation for Granada Television's World in Action programme said the kitchens at King's College Hospital are so bad they should be closed down. Cockroaches were found at other hospitals. The National Union of Public Employees claim the problem is widespread across the capital. They blame health cuts. King's College Hospital say they do all they can to minimise the risk of food poisoning and are regularly inspected by health officers. Scotland Yard chiefs today denied that the police could have prevented the Tottenham riots. The claims come in a police report which was leaked to the Daily Mail. It was written by the sergeant in charge of the 9-strong home beat team on the Broadwater Farm estate. Gillian Maynell warned of the danger of a riot there 4 days before it happened. Her report claims a senior officer was reluctant to listen to her warnings. Evidence of drug-taking and petrol bombs was destroyed by superiors. The softly policing left the estate at the mercy of gangs. Her officers were attacked almost daily, and there were no-go areas.
The publication of Sergeant Maynell's report will obviously embarrass senior officers here at Tottenham Police Station. But one officer who patrols Broadwater Farm told me this morning that the contents of the report are correct, and that many officers here agree with Sergeant Maynell's statement that senior officers ignored the warning signs about the riot. And the Police Federation also has its doubts about the softly approach used.
I think it shows quite conclusively that low-profile policing only leads to lawlessness.
But in a statement, Scotland Yard said Sergeant Maynell's superiors made every effort through community contacts to prevent the riot, although in the event it wasn't enough to stop it going ahead. Sergeant Maynell is now being questioned by senior detectives at the yard.
Print unions are preparing to announce the results of ballots which could unleash what's been described as the worst industrial trouble to hit Britain for 40 years. The National Graphical Association and SOGAT 82 are expecting a big vote in favour of industrial action at the 4 Fleet Street papers owned by Rupert Murdoch's News International Group. It's over his plans to start newspaper production here at his new plant in Wapping. Brenda Dean, General Secretary of SOGAT 82, has warned that if a confrontation does take place, it will be worse than the miners' strike. A man is to appear in a New York court later today, accused of the kidnap in London of Mohammed Sadiq al-Tajir, the brother to the ambassador of the United Arab Emirates. A ransom of £2 million was paid for his release last week. The man accused of the kidnap, also an Arab, was detained at the weekend by the FBI. A fairy tale came true for a young woman from Reading today when she came face to face with her heroine. Julie Turner collects anything she can find about the Princess of Wales, and she'd always dreamt of meeting her.
Julie has idolised Princess Diana ever since she and Prince Charles became engaged in 1981. In her room at home, she's got masses of books, cuttings and pictures of the princess, but she's never seen her. But we knew that today, Princess Diana was to open a new research centre at St Mary's Hospital in Paddington. And so, complete with some flowers, Julie came along as well. And though she almost missed the princess arriving, she actually got to presenting the lady with her flowers and shaking her hand when she left.
I'm lost for words.
She took the flowers.
Yes.
She shook your hand.
Yes.
Oh, did she say anything?
She just said thank you. And I said it's great to see you, really great. I can't believe it.
Has it been a great day for you?
Fantastic.
Concorde took off from Heathrow this morning on a special flight to celebrate its 10th anniversary. The aircraft have covered more than 90 million miles since the first passenger flights a decade ago. Passengers on today's flight to New York were treated to a menu of vintage wine, smoked salmon and caviar. Finally, Victoria, the mixed-up orangutan who thought she was human, was introduced to 3 other apes for the first time at London Zoo this morning. She'd been hand-reared by her keepers and was so unused to other orangutans she couldn't be left with them until now. If all goes well, she'll be able to stay with her new friends. Thames weather now mainly dry, but some isolated showers. The high, 8 degrees Celsius, 46 Fahrenheit. Tonight, dry with clear spells. And that's all for now. There'll be more Thames News today at 3:25 and again at 6 o'clock. Join us again if you can.